Good morning, students. In previous class, we have discussed lymphatic system. Lymphatic system is the another type of circulatory system. In this system, lymph fluid and nutrients are transported from tissues to bloodstream. So, this system is known as lymphatic system. Now we are discussing another important topic, evolution of circulatory system in different organisms. In unicellular organisms like amoeba, protoplasm play an important role in the transport of oxygen and nutrients in the body of the amoeba. In protoplasm, it shows natural movements. These movements are known as Brownian movements. Brownian movements. Brownian movements. Brownian movements. Because of Brownian movements, the nutrients and oxygen are distributed throughout the protoplasm equally. So, in this process, protoplasm play a vital role in the transport of or distribution of nutrients and oxygen. The multicellular animals have to develop more complicated system for transport of materials. The multicellular animals have to develop more complicated system for transportation of materials. The parazoans like sponges, seawater is used for the transportation. In parazoans, use seawater for transportation. Since the natural water currents are not reliable, the sponges create their own currents by beating of flagella. Beating of flagella present in their body. The sponges create their own currents by beating of flagella that are present in their body. So the materials are transported by the help of seawater. The cnidarians are better evolved than sponges. In cnidarians, the transport system is better evolved than sponges. What are the examples of cnidarians? Hydra and jellyfish. Hydra and jellyfish are the examples of cnidarians. Okay, they have developed blind sac-like structure. The structure is known as gastrovascular cavity. Gastrovascular cavity taken up the function of digestion and transport of nutrients to each and every cell of the cnidarian's body. In cnidarians, the transport system is better than parazoans. In these cnidarians, they developed a blind sac-like structure called gastrovascular cavity. The gastrovascular cavity taken up the function of digestion and transportation of nutrients to each and every cell of the body. And then platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes What is the example of platyhelminthes? Tapeworm. Tapeworm is the example of platyhelminthes. Fasciola hepatica and Taenia solium are the examples of platyhelminthes. In these organisms, digestive system is a highly branched. Digestive system is highly branched and it supplies digested food to the cells of the body directly. Digestive system is highly branched in platyhelminthes and digestive system supplies digested food to all the cells directly. In platyhelminthes, the excretory system collects waste materials from the body from each cell individually. In platyhelminthes organisms, most of the body is occupied by digestive system and excretory system. In platyhelminthes, the digestive system is highly branched and supplies digested food to all the cells directly. In platyhelminthes, the excretory system collects waste from the each cell individually. In platyhelminthes organisms, most of the body is occupied by digestive system and excretory system. And in the next phylum, Nemathelminthes. Nemathelminthes. Nemathelminthes, the pseudocoelom. The pseudocoelom play important role in the function of collection and distribution of material. ఈ నెమాటిహెల్మింథస్లోకి వచ్చేటప్పటికి సూడోసీలోమ్ అనేది మెటీరియల్స్ని కలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవటంలోనూ అలాగే మెటీరియల్స్ని డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేయటంలోనూ ఇంపార్టెంట్ రోల్ని ప్లే చేస్తుంది అనమాట. అండ్ దెన్ నెక్స్ట్ ఫైలం ఈజ్ ఆనిలెడా. నెక్స్ట్ ఫైలం ఈజ్ ఆనిలేట్స్. Annelids. The first eucoelomate animals are found in annelids. Eucoelomate. Coelomate animals are found in annelids. They develop a pulsatile vessel. Pulsatile vessel to move the fluid and the transporting medium is blood. The annelids, the first eucoelomate animals, have developed a pulsatile vessel to move the fluid and the transporting medium is blood. Transporting medium is blood. These are the first eucoelomate animals. Annelids are the first eucoelomate animals. And then arthropods. Arthropods have developed a pulsatile organ to pump the blood to heart. The blood, instead of flowing in blood vessels, flows into the tissues directly, supplying the nutrients to the tissues. Oxygen is directly supplied to the tissues by the respiratory system. ఈ ఆర్థోపోడ్స్లోకి వచ్చేటప్పటికి బ్లడ్ అనేది డైరెక్ట్గా హార్ట్ నుంచి బాడీ క్యావిటీలోకి మూవ్ అవుతుంది. ఈ బాడీ క్యావిటీలోకి మూవ్ అయినటువంటి బ్లడ్ న్యూట్రియంట్స్ని బాడీలో ఉండేటువంటి ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ సెల్కి ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ చేస్తుంది. అయితే ఆక్సిజన్ని డైరెక్ట్గా రెస్పిరేటరీ సిస్టమ్ అనేది టిష్యూస్కి సెల్స్కి సప్లై చేయడం అనేది ఆర్థోపోడ్స్లో జరుగుతుంది. సో సచ్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ సిస్టమ్ విచ్ సప్లైస్ న్యూట్రియంట్స్ టు ద టిష్యూస్ డైరెక్ట్లీ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ ఓపెన్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ సర్క్యులేటరీ సిస్టమ్. అంటే డైరెక్ట్గా బ్లడ్ అనేది బాడీ సెల్స్కి డైరెక్ట్గా కనుక సప్లై అయినట్లయితే అటువంటి సిస్టమ్ని ఏమంటారంటే ఓపెన్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ సర్క్యులేటరీ సిస్టమ్ అంటారు. బెస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈజ్ ఆర్థోపోడా అండ్ మెనీ మొలస్కాస్ అండ్ లోవర్ కార్డేట్స్. These are the examples of open type of circulatory system. And the other type of circulatory system is known as closed type of circulatory system. In this closed type of circulatory system, blood is circulated in the blood vessels. This type of circulatory system is known as closed type of circulatory system. What are the examples of closed type of circulatory system? Cnidarians, echinoderms, annelids, cephalopod molluscas and other higher animals. Chordates are the examples of closed type of circulatory system. Okay, thank you.